G2 looking for Org on the other side of the server, your Aussie boys. There must be a part of you that would love to see that fairy tale start today.
Yeah, just how young some of these players are. Obviously, we have Monacy on one side of the server, 16, but Savage on the other side of things. He's got his dad here. It's actually, look, really quite wholesome to see. I don't use that word very often, but this is quick. This is aggressive, straight up the guts.
Nico's on the mic as that caller in the absence of Alexi B. He has thrust his troops, including his cousin, right up mid early, and they're holding on to it, but long is lost.
Yeah, you don't love this if you're Savage. He's found a gap. He's able to re-get with the troops, and they're into A.
Nico to respond. Short, no utility yet deployed. Savage does have a smoke, and the bomb has maneuvered onto the site to be planted now, courtesy of Hazard. That's the Molotov we were waiting for. Four-man retake from Short. Jack's likely to join him.
Licky has a flash here, and Savage still has a leftover smoke. This is everybody through Short right now for G2. It's not going to be easy to break on in.
Bum rush. Julie's on Jax to clean up. Lots of Kevlar kit on Amanek. Here comes Manesi. Having a go. It's Sterling that draws first blood. Jack's forced to watch. That's the dual Berettas on the floor and more. Lining up for LFO. It looks great from Sterling. Only Amanek, and he's gone too. That is beautiful.
And really good stuff there from LFO. Once they see that site smoke go down, the two players playing long in the post plant immediately gravitate towards the site because they understand they need to get close in the thick of things here. Now, look, the desk was talking about LFO and the likelihood of them coming last. Look, it is very likely, but everything that they've done in Europe, they've been in Sheffield over there since mid-January doing the best they can. This is all a learning experience for them. Right now, the learning, we need to see that put into practice. And even if they're able to push a couple of these teams, there's a stand in here, there's a stand in there. This is a bunch of guys, other than APOC, right? And you can maybe say Sterling with his little jaunt, but they don't have a whole lot of experience, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So we're getting to see the fruits of their labor over the last couple of months on our screens right here, right now. Very heavy default through upper tunnels. You can see how many bodies they sent there. So if this is a common theme, they want to stop G2 from getting that lower dark control. Hinge smoke here from Licky coming out. Monacy not going to land that spam, but up close and personal, Short. Nico, we've seen this before.
Yeah, Nico knows how to behead on Short. He's been punished. Licky just catches him slipping, and Hazard's added another to the tally. They are racking him up. The Galil does good work. Unretrievable for Hunter. Hanging out now with Manesi. And tucking in too long. Now, they can finish towards that B site. There should be nothing to stop them. The only issues really appear should they return to their domain.
Should be all right. It should be okay here. Monacy on the scout. Look, he is sharp. He is quick.
And not
quick enough.
There
we go. Look, it's just Hunter left over here on this force spot. I think he'll go down, well, pretty shortly.
There is a fight present, though. Something
I want to address for everybody was the 10-minute little delay, right? There was one of our favorite friends out there. You all love him. The sun was actually coming through some of the blinds. So they needed to grab a ladder, remove all the glare from the screen because we definitely don't want any of that going on. So that was why we had the delay. We're very sorry about that, but we are back in the action. And look, Hunter holding onto this Galil, if he can keep this in his hands, it's a great turnaround. And look, he turned into be the unsung hero of the grand final, right? He had a massive performance for the team. They were unable to get across the line against FaZe, but Hunter, the man on your screen right here, stepped up in lieu of Nico, who had a great group stage, but then just wasn't himself in the playoff matches.
But got to be a great sign of things to come for Hunter in his, grand final with the roster that truly has the potential to realize regular trophy lifts. For him to demonstrate what he can do in that pressure scenario was very exciting.
Yeah, this team now has really come together. Monacy being the final piece of that trio, Nico, Hunter, Monacy. Then you've obviously got Jax, the old boy with aim, and Alexi happens back out round
Lovely little art project they've been working on during that timeout as they do depart Spawn. Licky going to have to try and work with the scout, and work it does. Takes the fingertips off of Amanek, making pulling that USP trigger a little more difficult. Hunter clears out the lower tunnels already, so information gathered. G2 start to corral their troops into this long 5-man commitment.
Yeah, and this is standard stuff here. So, look, they know that there's unlikely a scout on the other side based on the fact they've already done with the force spine. So this makes it a little bit safer of a play, but there's still these deagles to get past. Plenty of U2. We can get the double smokes on the cross, the mollies to the site. Good flashes here as well.
See if Licky can build upon that initial tag. APOC front of the pack, Galil in hand, and Nico ready to try and take a pot shot. It's not easy to adjust. He confirms 2. The bold head from APOC as he jumps through. 2 to push the CT smoke. Nico still keeps him at arm's length. A well-placed nade. Molotov as well to follow this boost, and that Galil is the only threat. The only way this goes tumbling down is if Hunter collects another, does post one, looking to boost Amanek up, or Avi even throw the Galil up aggressive. Now Sterling's looking the wrong way. It's only two, should clean up nicely for LFO, but a little sweat on the brow there. G2 with very little, made him work for it.
Yeah, handled in the end, and these USPs shouldn't be able to pick up too much. As he chipped on down to 11 points of health, and well, Amanek serves himself up on a silver platter. APOC not able to convert the kill, so a little bit more damage sustained, but there you have it. 3-0 start, and now we get into the gun rounds. We get to see the best of what these have to offer. m0NESY with plenty of cash gets the AWP, the Kevlar, all the util out. M4's of the silence variety. And ooh, I think we can maybe even hear the players down in the booths. They're below us by 2 floors. We have this whole complex set up here, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually kind of crazy, the amount of facilities available for the players here. I haven't seen anything quite like it.
No, it's great. They've even got Scare Electrics, Chad.
Oh,
Scare Electrics.
Well,
you ever played some Scare Electrics?
Has been years.
Got 3 off towards the B side of the map. In fact, make it 4 as the bomb departs. Sterling responsible just for that suicide run.
I like this here, right? Because one of the issues, right, that with the doors change, well, I guess the T-spawn change, is the ability for the CTs to push in towards lower. And they're actually doing this very quietly. Licky leading the charge. This is about to get messy.
Yeah, very interesting. Nico yet to frag. Let's see if as contact comes his way, so does Bloodshed. Does eliminate the threat of Licky. More to come. Nade.
Bomb outdoors.
Chunk. And a commitment from Hazard. He does have to be very hesitant. A gap from their own CT smoke. Nico there to punish, and just as it fades, Hazard completely unawares. That smoke has really led to their own demise.
Yeah, a bit scuffed there, isn't it? Now 3-on-5 situation and no territory to work with. APOC gonna go down to Amanek's M4 at range, and now it's just Savage and Sterling remaining. They have some nades to work with here, but they have to get past m0NESY. Now the kid's quick.
And he's set up on Car. Nico in support.
It's the one way.
m0NESY and Nico, and it's going to be Nico that does connect. Last man standing, Sterling. And quick, like the Greyhound he was, looking for more. m0NESY not going to have any of that. And so G2 post their first and do so convincingly.
Well, that's good from Nico, right? He has one of the most important roles on the CT side, being that A rotator, so having to deal with the mid to Bs as well as responding to help the A defenders. It's not an easy task to do. But they get themselves around on the board here, and they can convert a couple more. Now, yeah, look, the smoke, you can see just how deep it was thrown. A little bit of an unforced error coming through right there. But great. Well, as soon as Savage goes down as well, the bomb drops in CT spawn. So Sterling really has no hope in this one. But it is just going to be a couple of light pistol upgrades. 3 P250s, 2 Glocks, and, well, an eco round. Waiting out any of this early long util. This might be an opportunity for Jax to get to farm up some frags here. You can see just posturing outside the doors, currently 4 members. Licky playing for information over towards that suicide/death alley position. But this is one of those matter of time rounds here, I think. They don't have anything potent to work with. What would have to happen in this scenario is they go outdoors and they kill Jax cleanly and pick up the rifle, and then we could start telling a bit of a story here. But it doesn't seem likely right now.
Certainly.
Oh, dear. Ooh. All right, well, we've had a little bit of a technical issue of our own, everybody. Give us a moment. Lucky it's an eco round. You guys do casting at home. Start practicing.
You guys all cast simultaneously.
If you can.
We'll pipe up the microphones that we've all set up in your homes.
Yep, you guys didn't know about that, but...
ESL X NSA. Okay, that...
Maybe for now.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Temperamental, but
get a couple of books.
Yeah. Oh, yours has just gone completely black. That's even more fun.
Okay.
m0NESY, let's see if he can get a couple more while he lines him up. He does indeed with the USP to the dome. And we are in the clear. The bomb going down actually is an achievement in itself. Congratulations to LFO. That's extra cash into their system, but also, of course, G2 not losing anyone is going to continue to make them a threat as we develop into Dust 2. A recap of the map pool. The only surprise, I think, from our desk's perspective, and of course yours, Chad, was the third. I think Nuke was an expectation, but we get a little Vertigo.
Look, if we get that far, right, the thing with these first 2 maps, and it's difficult to do if you're a team from a smaller region, right, because you don't have a lot of other teams to sharpen your blade on, right? Like, if you want to play an Ancient, well, most teams probably ban it, right? That was my experience back in the days, is a lot of the teams wouldn't play Overpass and Cobble. And that meant when I went overseas, we weren't playing one of the 2, right? So it made things a little bit more difficult. If you're not being able to prac the exotics, oh, okay, stalled out a little bit on the jump there, but 4-man long lean. This is going to be secured with ease, and you could see the utility they were dropping to make sure that happens. That smoke towards the pillar is a clear sign that they were expecting long contact.
m0NESY's contingency flash, you could see just having it pulled. Hazard, oh, actually catches Hunter sleeping. Wasn't expecting someone so advanced.
Go B now.
Yeah, and this is where those split-second decision-making, that decision-making tree, he takes the fight a little early. No punish available. APOC has to brave a smoke as it fades. Amanek's already ready, and just like that, the AWP has to step into the plate. Sterling delivers a competitive frag. Now we're looking into a B site 3v3. Savage corralling and controlling the doors. Nico is considering his options. Here he comes, returning to that B site. It does look like G2 want to contest this. Plenty of util kits and a lot of fragging potential. Nico, Manesi, and Jax. Three of the sharpest
Savage
tools.
is lurking outdoors here.
Yeah, he
needs to get a timing on this.
Sixth sense, Manesi's looking. Oh, of course he is. He gets a little tingle on the back of his neck and strikes. 2 remain. Sterling to hold fast. Licky as well. Time-sensitive mission for G2. Sterling to reposition. Nico isolated by Licky. More coming. Needs to be aware of the window. A miss costs him. It's all onto Sterling, and that is a little bit of a face-to-palm moment, looking so convincing. Getting into the site, but a defuse for G2 nonetheless.
Yeah, rough for Savage not to get anything done there, right? You can see he was working on the timing. They could tell the attack was pending, but unable to convert off the back of that. And wow, LFO with the opening from Hazard, it falls flat. And it was all drawn out, right? I don't think they were intending to finish B whatsoever. The pick came in and they tried to react in time, but they limped into the site. It was fortunate that Sterling got that trade, because if Amanek survived, the bomb doesn't go down, they lose everything they've got. And nice shooting there from Jackie Boy. But we're back underway with just a couple of upgraded pistols. APOC into a scout, and, well, we're going to see Hunter be able to trundle his way in towards the lower tunnels. There we go, another opening. Licky's Deagle strikes. Nico hits the deck.
Feeding himself.
May as well take some of these risks, right? It's difficult as well to put too much of a lid on a team like LFO. They can play, I don't want to call it gimmicky, they can play outside the box, though, right? They can do a couple of maneuvers to catch G2 off guard. You just need to build a sizable T-half here. It doesn't matter how you get them on the board. Yeah,
and I mean, for those that didn't quite catch it, you were telling me they've been EU boot camping, for any pedants out there. Okay, British boot camping.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's a rough time.
But boot camping in the European Counter-Strike region, and that's been since January.
Yeah, about, I think it was mid-January they came over.
Okay, so I mean, it's not like they've probably scrimmed G2 or at least some similars.
Well, they were fortunate enough to allow me to pug with them. We played a couple of Face-It games together, cool. So with a few of the lads, while APOC was still coming on over. They used Esperanto as a stand-in for the early stage. Watch this nade from Hunter. This is going to sting, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Quick maths, I reckon 95 damage.
Okay, well, we'll get the maths department on this one, the calculus, because we have rushed the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the 1, 2, 3s, but he can't speak to everybody, so just trust us.
And Hunter, speak of the devil, he's here to do more damage. They swing out, lovely incendiary to isolate the swings, and Sterling at least makes it a little more costly. 2 bodies down for G2 into this light buy from the Aussies, and actually, Crosshair in the right place, Bullet not so much. Sterling considering his options. At 20 seconds, they do need to commit or die. And usually they come together. So Amanek not going to let this one slip. He's got the big green equipped. And a little jiggle out of APOC gives him a second chance on that scout. Would have loved a plant. Looks unlikely. And just more chip damage. 5 seconds. Amanek's being mean. There we go.
All right. Well, that's one of the positives, I suppose, of having Amanek in the server is that the secondary... There we go. Listen to him. They're getting a little bit fired up. Is the fact that Amanek can do the secondary AWPing because once upon a time he was doing the primary AWPing. So he can do that over towards the B side of things, lift a bit of the load, but nice nade, chip damage done. Jason Moses O'Toole would be proud. And Hunter just pedestrian as you like. So not the greatest of starts here, needing to get something on the board off of these opening kills at LFO.
You ever got a Dorito stuck in your teeth, like in your gums?
No. Oh. Popcorn though.
Yeah, that is chip damage.
I see.
But the popcorn is the worst one.
Yeah, okay. Really I didn't see that there was so much humor coming.
Well, I mean, yeah, so much is a kind exaggeration. Amanek is out on a little stroll, and that nade reminds Licky who he's up at. Not another one, Nico. Be nice. He's got 3 HP.
Yeah,
he hasn't seen an enemy yet. 97 damage inflicted from shrapnel, and Manesi's aggression is cancelled. He'll have a smoke from Jax. He can reposition, given the freedom of movement, as pressure applied mid from LFO.
They've really tried this mid to B, you know, a couple of times now, dropping the hinge smoke, so that is going to tell a different story. Amanek and Hunter, however, they're about to have all this upper dark information. Not a single LFO member resides, so they're going to get this for free. Now, 2 options. Push on forward, try and get a nasty dank flank, or rotate back on through. But your A defenders know it's coming.
Yeah, it's a lot of resting on Jax's shoulders here. If Savage can get this clean...
He's getting all three, watch this.
Oh, Jax, he's got the right place, and just the one. Sterling, quick to the draw. Nico has to respond. Manesi responsible for long. It's Nico here with a chance to punish. One, looking for the second, and Hazard at least keeps it competitive. A 2v2. Long, deploying a smoke for CT. That will hold Amanek and force him short. Nate doesn't take him, but the bullets do. Hunter posts his second. All onto Sterling on that AWP, and he's got a chance. Hunter takes it quickly. That's his 11th frag, top of the scoreboard, sailing as G2 find 5 consecutive rounds.
And this is why you need to make sure there's no glare on your screen, everybody. If you want to frag like Hunter, make sure you do it in a dim, dark room, but you need the vitamin D. So look at Hunter. He's a tan lad. You can tell he goes outside after he's done fragging, but there's no sun in the room.
It's crazy. It's actually mad that we are such complex machines, but that thing in the sky makes us happy.
Yeah. Forever, actually.
Forever.
We really liked it when the sun came out.
It's insane, yeah.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
Wow, you really are a new man. It's lovely. It's beautiful, actually.
Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow.
I think we harmonized. Is that what they call it?
We're pretty close.
I was told I was tone deaf, and it's stopped me from committing to singing.
So that's another opening, though, on a low buy round.
Yo, and actually, if Nico continues to go a bit curious...
Oh, he didn't see it.
He didn't.
Indecision.
For a moment, Sterling, he's got a punish here. He's got a real punish. And spanks the bottom necessary to continue to make this round reality. Manesi can ruin everything here. The bomb's coming short. Hunter can flank him.
Pushing him.
Yeah, Hunter's going to tighten the noose, and Manesi doesn't even need help for the first. 2 AWPs in the feed. It's just been those players. The bomb and the sight.
It's the weapon swap here.
Oh,
the chase.
Oh, no. They
line up.
They kissing and looking the wrong way. Hunter... makes it look easy in that 2v2, and that is just a bit of a fumble.
Yeah, but these lower buys of where a little bit more interest have come on through. They're able to find these openings with the Deagles. I think Licky got one a little bit earlier. Savage had his turn. You've had Hazard out mid-doors with the AK-47 as well. So opening kills on the issue. It's how they responded to. And yeah, starting to get a little bit worrisome, 6-3. And it wouldn't be an issue if they were just getting blanked. But because they've had these openings and to convert, now we're going to go, okay, well, what do they have to do? Not burn on down.
Okay, this is aggressive from Amanek. He's been definitely given a lot of freedom to kind of pug it up and throw this aggression into the mix. Sound cute draws his gaze. Oh, but just shy. Licky's going to be licking his lips. Finds himself another opening. Now, Chad, this is a great case study for what you've been discussing. First frag found. All the weapons and nades they need. This is where LFO should be able to build into a convincing conversion.
Now, look, as much as it's tempting to take space with an opening kill, make sure you're able to trade. In any of the territory they want to take, trading is going to be name of the game. If APOC stays parked in upper tunnels, right, they can work right now on taking short control. They need to just flush Nico back out of his position. Jax is isolated towards long, right? They can get this short control, as you mentioned, all the util in the world, they can start setting up for a bit of a finish. There's no B plays, there's no B pushes. m0NESY and Hunter are so far marooned on the site.
Yeah, none of the answers they've previously had through their aggression. So
they're giving up on long, so this is a great call here. They're not worried about long at all. It's just going to be all 5 Ts coming through short.
And Nico, good response. Wants to fight. Savage is ready. And LFO have broken into the sides. That's a Jax
though.
On the Goose corner, likely to be cleared, and Hazard's got the bomb. He goes alone, it doesn't matter. Finds him, puts him down, and now the bomb to be planted. Hunter can disrupt if Savage isn't quick enough. Just the tips of the head.
Not
another
like this.
double. 16-4. Hunter is farming. He's got his pitchfork out, and poor old APOC and Sterling are next on the agenda. Bomb, though, ticking in their favor.
Where m0NESY's trying to help out from. He needs to get in towards the site.
Yeah. Sterling bringing a little touch of aggression here. Survival integral. Bomb ticking. Sterling on the flash. Misses his shot on the floppy beanie of Hunter. Oh, though, it extinguishes. 3 seconds left on that defuse. They can't contest. m0NESY to bodyguard, and that's a heartbreaker. A couple of those. A couple real kicks in the...
Yep, where the sun don't shine.
Yeah.
Yep, common theme today.
7-3, LFO. I mean, take a timeout, surely. Get your head screwed on tight, because, I mean, these are going to be definitely diving you into the salt mines. This smoke, you were just praising the molly. You know, that's Chad Birchall saying that looks like GG, at least for the round as the flames leave his hands. But m0NESY, the bodyguard, the low HP player on the defuse, it's just so counterintuitive. The AWP covering. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it works out.
It looked flustered as well, because m0NESY was down towards spawn for a lot of that. They used the flashes to try and find the peak. Sterling not able to land a shot. They're getting there. But unfortunately, the half is getting away from them. 7-3 the score now reads.
Clearly, Hunter didn't have enough fun in that grand final. He decided he's just going to keep playing at this absurd pace. 16-4, 137 ADR. He is a real nightmare, a waking nightmare for LFO.
That's the problem. If Hunter, Nico, and m0NESY are all online, what are you meant to do? Well, try long, I guess. Here we go.
But then there's Jax as well. He'll be at least deploying utility and setup with flashes to swing and punish. APOC down, need the trade, and Nico's right there alongside for the ride. Now, they are battered, they are bruised, but LFO have lost 2 on the opening 10 seconds.
Yeah, now I just think they'll get picked apart at the seams here. Hunter and Amanek can turtle up into the side. m0NESY can stab towards the car position. Nico gets to float back towards CT. There's still a plethora, I've been getting the dictionary out, of nades available here for the CTs to block off areas of the map. And look at this. Thank you very much, Mr. J-Raz, flying around and finding us a couple of loose HEs on the ground right there.
Yeah, this is one of the maps where the nade change initially was like, okay, now the game is feeling a bit different. Everyone was ringing the doomsday bell.
Did you see what Nart out here released the other day? Just a little bit of a teaser for his new video of Electronic dropping the nades over the hedge towards B on overpass. So he's up at A, throwing them over to help Perfecto out so he can be a 4-man A lean. But as expected, picked apart, 8-3. Yikes.
Yeah, one of my favorite Nart out here, overpass nades, is this little sign, Axile sign flash that he's been throwing on that B site. Okay. So spicy, just flashes all of Banana, all of Toilets from a completely safe position. Jax, though, you can see how he finds APOC here, relatively comfortable. The counter flashes, they've obviously done their protocols. G2, even though they are operating without Alexi, they're looking drilled.
We're going to use this term a lot throughout this group because there are a bunch of teams with stand-ins, right? What I consider what a lot of these teams have been doing, same with FaZe in their grand final win, this is high-level pugging, right? Now, the reason I make sure to put high level in there is these are some of the best Counter-Strike minds and players currently out there, understanding protocol utility, the flashes, the smokes. Now they're doing it in a freer environment, right? You know, the chain is off it's loosened a little bit, but another opening with a deagle.
Yeah, oh, never mind. Where a Hunter falls, Nico will rise. 3 in quick succession. He's going to ace them. Oh, it's glorious. Nico reminds them who they're up against as G2 post their 9th.
And m0NESY has a big smile on his face there as well. Shout out to Xtaz. He was in quarantine since Katowice. He made a tweet on Sunday. I think that was what I was doing the HLTV for podcast, and we were live, and I was like, wait, he's been in quarantine this entire time. He was there for a whole week, so probably straight from Katowice here to Dusseldorf to prepare for this event.
Yeah, and I mean, it must have just been quite a bitter pill to swallow, knowing that, you know, that's another grand final, but there's an extra caveat for them.
He's a loud coach too. Like he likes to fire the team up.
The guys on the desk talking about, you know, some of the 14-7 scoreline and how a coach present behind you could have made a difference, but that's ifs, buts, and unnecessary maybes. And the reality is G2, the grand final slipped away, and now here for some Pro League redemption. Looking to start their group convincingly. It is often these kind of names and these kind of circumstances where big names can sometimes topple, but so far seems they've got a very firm grip on this.
9 in a row.
Yeah.
It isn't just 9 rounds, it's 9 in a row. Oh, now they're starting to get a little bit more cheeky with it, right? This aggression, they're happy to take these fights. This is the issue, right? If you can force a team to respect you early and hold them there, then it's all right. But as soon as they go, actually, you know what? Let's just shoot them. Like, I know that sounds silly, but really, that's where the confidence comes into play, and they take a few more risks, they get stuck in your face, and then the game becomes even harder because LFO can't play standard CS, they can't do the defaults, they're not buying any respect. That territory that you work on early, they'll take back because they really don't care.
And then to build on your high-level pugging point, I mean, it must be even, from a certain perspective, more fun for the viewers because this is actually a high level of a more
iffy style.
More reminiscent to what you're actually going to be seeing and playing at your level. So 35 seconds we are going to be seeing the Aussies congregate short. Now nade check, Nico has exhausted his supply.
He's done this move every time.
Yeah, and it seems to work every time. This time he's anti-flash in the corner and spotted. That's big from Licky, but m0NESY's a threat and there's more to come. Lining him up over the one-way. I can't believe he's gotten away with that. And they're running light on time and players now. Another body drops. Jax chipping in and m0NESY's quick falling apart. Savage and Hazard giving it all she's got, but the bomb loose, and this one will just trickle away. Savage, a little late on long and held up by Manessi's frags.
Here's the issue. I just went and had a bit of a count. So 9 opening kills so far in 13 rounds of play for LFO, and the only rounds they have are from pistol conversion, force by conversion, and saved Galil conversion, right? So that is not painting a very pretty picture. Look, we can definitely get into conversations about the meta at the moment being CT-sided. Whether you like that or not, I don't care. That's just how the meta is. But look, it's... This is rough now. 10 in a row. Out of those 10 in a row there have been a bunch of 2vx situations where, you know, G2 have only had 2 players remaining. But without the conversions, this one is not looking good in the hood whatsoever. Thanks, Captain Obvious.
No, I mean, it was necessary.
I'm here all month.
I used to read a book, a school called Captain Underpants.
I think that was a bit after my time, but I have seen it in the bookstores. Yeah. How'd it go?
Well, yeah, I believe he saved the world, and...
Did he have underpants on the outside?
I think he only wore underpants.
No, surely a cape?
Yes.
Has to be a cape.
I think that was exclusively...
Can't be a superhero without a cape.
Pants and a cape. That's my Saturday night as well. Oh, and Manessi doesn't even need to see his opponents going for a flary no-scope thrown into the mix as well. But yeah, this is going to get messy. Here we go. A real fight. Just click on them and they do. Nico caught out by the pace. Apoc leading by example now as he posts his 3rd. They still have to get through the nightmare that is Hunter at his 17 frag mark. Manessi's tucking into CT for the retake.
Oh, dearie me. Hazard also doesn't have a gun during all of this, so let's just see how difficult they can do it. Oh, we got a Galil. That's nice.
That works. And now a 3-man, all from CT. It's up to Hunter now, and the bodyguard is Apoc. He's done a lot. Tip of the head spotted. Licky, another one from the LFO boys.
Have to convert this.
This has to be it.
Oh my God!
It wasn't even a no-scope. That was a quick scope. And Apoc will save the day. Good grief.
What was that?
Jumping quickie from Manessi. And, well, LFO, it had to be, and it is. A 4th found, and you know what? We can shrug our shoulders and start talking about the pistol with an air of confidence if they can find the 5th. This is Apoc's 2nd down long. Let's see the 3rd from Manessi, though. So he's... we
got baited. You all got baited.
It's my fault.
You're all expecting it.
Double orbs back out. Everyone spent all their schmeckles, and it's the final round of our first half of our first map of the next season of Pro Leagues. 15 seasons. Nades into the upper tons. I mean, I'm going to check in on utility damage on this half because it feels like G2 definitely have been successful in a lot of their ventures there.
Oh.
458 from Nico.
Yeah, and look at his cousin.
282 on Hunter. Damn, combined alone, they've killed 6-7 people with nades. Oh, and there's more to the tally. A boost to execute. Hazard.
Well, it looks like poetry in motion when it all goes well, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe they can just do exactly this back to G2 on their CT side, right?
Yeah, easy as that.
Yeah.
Anything you can do, I can do better. No, I remember I'd always have a conversation. No, it was that poker guy, right? He was like, well, you get to start on the same side, right? Why can't you just do it back?
That's right.
We won't get into that conversation. Doug might be watching. Hope the poker games are going well.
More of a Trumps man myself. Played Trumps?
No.
I think it was just one of the first ever card games. You just choose a suit that wins, and then everything else is just numbers.
I just went for the highest or lowest, you know?
Yeah, that's a good one too. And more nade damage for the poor souls. 35 seconds, it makes sense to be dumping it, but dropping CT, Licky.
Hello.
Cooked. 14 now for the tally and Nico. They've got plenty of bodies here to fight from long. 25 and running light on time and resources, dumping all of the aforementioned.
They're in at least.
Yeah, but not for long. Apex, it needed that one. And poor old Savage, no HP and 3 to find.
Oh,
a quick tap. Makes this dream a slight reality check by Jack.
This dimension, it just looked like...
You made it up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know how we made it up.
It felt...
People are telling us we made it up. I don't know, because we kind of have a weird, funky setup going on here, guys. There is a chance that we were...
That's for sure.
Yeah, look, in the mainframe, but right now the Julies are back out, and I'm loving the low price. This is a biff.
Yo, a big biff. P2K, Hazard swings out to hoping for a trade, and he's right, though, because Licky with the Julie.
Oh, it was a bit of a car crash.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, one of those last night.
Hang on, Sterling actually can save the day if he gets another quickie, but Hunter is far too refined. And now Savage is just going to be abandoned. You can see Hunter pulls up his socks and goes for a jog, getting in that cardio. Manessi running to the receive.
Savage, as he is known in the clutches. He's a little bit more suave, you know. Look at him. He's just floating around. Now, a lot of lore around Savage. He's actually JKS's long-lost little brother.
Well, you know, there's a reason that JKS didn't know at the time, but the reason he didn't choose that Savage nickname is because he didn't want to ruin the legacy of Savage.
It's true, and then they can play together in a future team at some point. But then also, you know, there's a bit more lore, you know, around the Savage name. Let's see if he can pull it off in the clutch.
Oh, he's already made it clear where he intends to arrive.
He's going to bop at least 2 heads. The third, I don't know, but I can see confidence. 2 bops.
Here comes bop number 1. Hunter and Jax on site, and that was his chance. Now they'll strike as a 3-man unit. So the chances, the dream of a competitive Dust 2 dwindle, and we'll see the pistol go G2's way. 12 already secured. We're going to be getting an AK-47 in Hunter's hands. That makes a whole lot of sense when he's on 21 frags this early juncture. 16 rounds of play and 21 in his pocket.
Now, I was talking about Savage. Now, we got Hazard on the screen here. Now, this is actually Az's son.
Okay.
So, I don't know how many
you got a Wattpad account?
Oh, a what?
A what? Exactly. What?
Okay. That's a new term to me. But the Force Spy, LFO, what do we got? The Snapping Turtle from Licky.
Oh, and it snaps. Bites the head off of Jax. Small poem by Alex, age 28. Amanek, however, doesn't finish off Savage. It's going to be Nico instead. Poor Sterling. Everyone knows how dreadful it can be to feel trapped on that car. Apoc trying to keep his teammate at least covered, but G2 can just pause here. Chill and wait as the CTs already light on resources.
Hey, Future Pros.
Hey, Future Pros.
Sit in this corner. Aim at... What would Rush say? He would just make something come.
He'd go, aim to the left, this small smudge.
Yes, exactly. Well, there's a smudge. Blood on the wall. Can he get any more? Sterling goes down 2v3. Scout tag's not bad.
Yeah, that's big if the nade lands as well. Go on, Hazard. Set up for success, and again, just shy. Nico low, and that's the bomb. If Hazard could, oh, he won't. Nico, Sixth Sense tingles and sprays into the smoke for the final frag necessary. Make it 13 for G2 Esports. And the cash, unfortunately, is just not going to be there. They fully invested to try and jostle for control of the start of the second half, but it has not landed. Looking for Org now on one of their few chances remaining. Yeah, this is the perfect recipe for success. I think we've already touched on it enough just to see the frag distribution. We'll count it out one more time for you. Hunter at 21 has been getting a lot of praise. Monacy with 19 and Nico with 18. Now, he did have the Eco Bash, which is pretty tidy for him. But still, that's the workhorses who are also racehorses. He's got this, I reckon.
How many? Amanek 10?
No, the APOC.
Oh.
Here it comes.
Ah!
Oh. The Amanek 10 is what I was talking about.
Exactly.
He's got this.
Oh, no, yeah, look.
With his Mac 10. He loves the gun.
Bravado.
Yep.
Yep.
Mr. Consistent.
See, have your kids stickers? What's on that? What's on that?
It's the Amanek 10 for sure, and then maybe it's just...
I can check his Mac 10.
2 different ones?
I don't know.
I think he's the only player that's actually like...
He's called it Auto Aim.
Auto Aim.
Auto Aim. Or is that the name of the skin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you that one.
Let's have a look.
My Mac 10 skin knowledge is minimal.
Yeah, I have never really dipped my toe too deep. It's the only skin he has
in his showcase.
And it does say Amanek 10 on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he is the only player with like a shout out to a gun in his name.
It's a stat track. Do you know how many kills on that Mac 10 he has? Guess.
I'm not looking. Over 1,000.
23,103.
23,000.
Yeah, 23103.
Yo, well, I mean, at least the stats don't lie. And here comes poor old Hazard, entire B site under scrutiny, and he's actually fought them off at the gate. He takes down the Berserker. He denies entrance into Helm's Deep. And the Urukai will have to head elsewhere. Pressure for the Monesi mid-clear. Very common standoff here. Now, there isn't a CT AWP deployed there. That's just Licky playing a passive CT hold. A 2-2 split for the Aussies on B and A.
Now, here's the thing, right? They're still, even though they're down a man, there's still like a blanket across the map right now. They have info upper, Nico's making sure there's no long pushes, Monacy and Hunter were dealing with short and mid in tandem, right? So they still have time to work with, they still have nades to work with, and with the isolated CT defense right now, if they regroup late, they can find themselves in a 2v3, maybe even a 2-on-4 situation that they can start to convert. Short would actually be the path of least resistance right now. This util towards B, the lurk smoke, the molly, that'll keep the feet planted of APOC and Hazza. So we need to really start looking towards Sterling, and Licky as the combo to defend. Well, hold up, it's meant to be.
Yo, Licky,
cancel all this.
Let's see what you got. Big test here. And he's got Nico on the close clear, gets away for the reposition, calls for aid, Hazard's available. Oh, it looked great. Licky might have to do a lot now. Amanek caught, pulling the pin. This is a lot of damage from Licky. You could not have asked for more. It is onto APOC though for the secure, and down goes Hunter. Bomb loose, surely. Manesi with 18 seconds. He is good, he is quick, and he has got time. Tagged though, just to make it all the more juicy. 22 frags and counting
quick on this.
For the teenager. Time to reposition, his brain whirs into action. He's ready for the multi-kill. A pre-fire with the Yorp. He is so damn fast, but Sterling quicker this time, makes it 5 for LFO.
Okay, all right, head above water. That's about the best to boast here. Good stuff from Licky, right? Conservative play, and then understood with the molly he needed to do some damage, because if he didn't push out for the second kill, what would have happened in that scenario was APOC alone on the B side, because Hazza went down, could have found himself in a position getting flanked as well as the mid to B pressure. So really important kills there from Licky. But let's see how much further they can push this, because look, to be able to defend on the CT side, right, I did mention before it's a CT side of meta we're in overall at the moment, but this is G2, who all it's going to take is just Monacy to find an opening with the AWP, Nico to run out long, get a double kill, right, and I haven't even started mentioning the rest of the names on the team. So this is very fragile state right now for LFO. They didn't retain double AWPs, they decided just to go with the single carried on through. Long control, name of the game. And they got it, but they're going to pop and go.
Oh, okay, Licky, completely blind. He was trying to find an anti-spot, and now it's up to Savage. Good find, but it's just fallen apart. The multi-kill too strong. Cousins come out with a frag each. And now everything falls into Hazard's hands. Hunter's responsible, and that's a big frag. Not only a frag, but an AK-47.
And important as well, because Hunter's the lurk. It actually gives them a buffer right now. They can work up middle, they can retake short, and it might put more pressure on G2 to respond quickly towards long. First smoke lands.
Honestly, alongside with Amanek. So Nico and Amanek to push the site, trying to support from long deep with the AWAP, and Sterling's got a lovely gap. Puts him down, Nico, pressure onto him. He needs a frag before he can plant. Manesi trying to support as best he can. Over the edge of the smoke as it fades. I think Sterling's aware. Oh, he misses his chance. Again, Manesi's quicker. And now up to Hazza. What have you got? One in the bag, needs another double. And there's so much time here for G2. This duo burnt a little. Nico, unconfirmed damage from that flame as it spreads, but they are grouping up. More chip away, and again on the AWP. Manesi's such a threat. T-side AWPing this time, and finding more impact. That was another one of their chances now slipping away from a more competitive scoreline.
Yeah, you saw that little maneuver on long right there. Even getting down your protocol utility, right, as a CT to make sure that they're unable to push. Maybe you go back a couple of majors ago where you saw the smoke and into the B pops off of the final fade of the molly. Well, they're doing the same thing out long. Because once that molly's down and the CTs have dealt with blue bin, at that point you're starting to relax a little bit, right? So the pop and go, nice little move there from G2, keeping it simple, stupid, and well, this might be the last round here. Hodgepodge by, a couple of scouts, a Deagle, an MP9, and well, one M4. Not going to get any easier for LFO here if they want to continue playing map number 1. But Inferno up next, and well, I'm interested to see what that has in store.
Yeah, we just watched the one of those player POVs, seeing Hunter and Nico on Inferno work their magic just before we got into this first game, Season 15. Group A, and this is a group full of, well, a mixed bag of stand-ins and dead teams.
Yeah, it's curious as well, right? Because for Mouse Sports, whatever they just did in Katowice, we kind of washed away because of the issues that they had, but they performed well.
Yeah.
So now they have Bimas come in. If they don't live up to that expectation, then, you know, I feel like people are going to judge them by the Kato performance, which we really shouldn't.
Easy to do. Jax, wow, just like that, looking almost robotic as he locks onto Licky's head. And yeah, this one is over. Just the two of them, Hazza and Savage. He is unknown in the smoke, but G2 far too wise, and Hazza's got a big one on the flank. Hang on, Savage catches him unawares. He'd have loved a few more bullets. And Hazza, the 3 HP, 1v3, dream.